Hey, Loopline here, and I want to go over the Automator plugin. So the Automator plugin is a premium plugin that you can get up here under the Premium Plugins menu. If you do not have it, when you go to available premium plugins, it will give you the option to purchase it and basically just follow through, wait till it's activated, and then once it's activated, you can go to Automator here and double click to download. And it shows the various versions. My version's already up to date. This is also the menu where you would update it by downloading it again. Once that's done, you can go to Premium Plugins and actually launch the Automator plugin here. And what the Automator plugin does is it basically writes what's called a job file. And the job file is more or less a list of tasks for Scrapebox to do. So you create a list of tasks for Scrapebox to do in a certain order, and then you load that into Scrapebox under the Automator here where it says Run Automator File, and you find the job file, and then Scrapebox will work through those tasks one by one, and when one's completed, it'll move on to the next one. So it allows you to automate Scrapebox completely, more or less, with all of the functions that the Automator currently supports. And new functions are being added all of the time. At the time of this video, the Automator plugin was 20 bucks. Might cost more than that now, but once you get it, you have free updates, of course, on it for the life of the plugin. So currently, options that are available start at the top, which makes logical sense with proxies, and then basically run down through the list. So under proxies, we get the option to use proxies, and when you click on it, you'll see a command sequence. When we click on several things, it's going to go down this order when you load the file. So you can right click and you can remove these and move them up and down, that sort of thing, which is pretty handy. And once you click on this, then it gives you command parameters. So different things that you can do for each particular element, each command sequence inside here. Use proxies is pretty basic. We're going to take off the use proxies box. Harvest proxies is basically where it goes out and it looks at the proxy sources you have selected in Scrapebox under the manage, and then under the harvest proxies section there, you select off your sources you want to use, and this will harvest the proxies, and if you do nothing, it's going to add them to the current list. If you take this, it'll replace the current list. Load proxies from file, pretty basic. Pick a file to load into the proxies box. Test proxies, pretty basic. You have the option, by default, it's going to test them for anonymous. If you take this, it'll test them against Google, and then you can remove them based on speed if you want to filter those. Under the keyword harvester, pretty basic, harvest keywords. You can enter one keyword, or you can import a list here, or you can select a file to load, which will ignore this up here. And then you get your sources to select as well, and then you can remove duplicate keywords, and then you can select a depth. What the depth does is, like say I type in car up here, it's gonna, and I do Google Suggest, it's gonna pull in the first Google Suggest results for car, and then it'll shove those back in. So like say there's 10 results for car, then I'll have 11 total. It'll shove those 11 back in, and it'll pull 10 results for each one of those, and then it'll continue to do that all the way up to the level depth that you specify here. Same as the regular keyword harvester. Under harvester itself, you have harvest URLs. Of course, you get to select your engine. You can enter footprint, which is the same as up here. You can choose your footprint by default, which is right here. You can enter keywords, which is the same as keyword box, or import them, or you can load a file, which of course ignores this, which would be the same as import right here. You can set the number of results, which is the same as right here. You can stop after so many URLs, which you don't have in Scrapebox by default, so you can stop after whatever you want, 10,000 URLs or whatever. You can export harvested URLs as, which would be basically, you know, export up here. And then you have footprints list to merge the keywords. So that would be like the M button here where you can merge it with a list of footprints. You have remove duplicates. Pretty basic. You can remove duplicate URLs or duplicate domains. This is after the harvesting is done, of course, or well, it doesn't have to be. It would be just whatever happens here, same as filter remove duplicates there. And then remove URLs containing. So basically you remove any URLs containing any of these words that you put in here. Remove URLs not containing. Remove domain only URLs. Now this one says no parameter. What happens is basically there's no command parameters you can set over here because it's pretty basic. If you click this, it's just going to remove domain only URLs. So this is like removing the root domain basically. because if you were going to say comment, usually your home page isn't commentable and that sort of thing. But that's what that does. Trim to root, same thing, no parameter, pretty basic, cuts it down to just the root domain. Clear harvested URLs, that just clears this box out here, same as clear button. The clear footprints is the same as right here. The clear keywords is the same as the clear button right here. And then transfer harvested URL list has different options. Once you harvest some URLs up here, you have the option to transfer them to the blogs list or the website list, which is the same as this right here. And then import URL list into the harvester grid. Basically, you get to pick a file to load, or you can append to existing URLs in the harvester grid, so you can import from right here and load files into here. Scrolling down, we have the comment poster. So we get to post content. Pretty basic. We select the names, emails, websites, comments, blogs, same as right here. And then we can export success and export failed as well. And then under generate names, we have the same as if you go to tools and the name and email generator up here. So you generate names, you can specify all the different options here, how many you generate, and then you can save it. You can generate emails as well and specify here your domain, and then this pulls from the tool itself inside here, so you can actually utilize that and add more up here, so that sort of thing. But anyways, generate the amount you want and save emails as, etc. And then you can also grab comments. So if you wanted to specify your settings there, you can skip comments with URLs, ignore comments with less than X words, and then you can save those grabbed comments. Now the purpose, obviously, the simple purpose, obviously, of the names, emails, and comments is because you need names, emails, and comments when we go to post content here. And those are the kinds of things you might generate. And then post trackbacks, pretty basic. Again, you load the same as here. You're just loading these three down here. And then you can export success and export failed. Under ping, pretty basic, number of pings to send. Select the list of websites users to refer. The websites to ping, export success and failed as. That's the same as ping mode right here. Then under miscellaneous, we have check PageRank, which lets you select the domain or URL PageRank. You can sort it, and then you can export a certain range, and then this is the export list. So browse to where you want to export it. Check links, pretty basic. You select your websites and blogs, and you can save the found, append the found to another list, or save the links reporting server error. And then wait is just a delay. So basically, if you have one function and then you want to wait a little bit before you perform another function, you can set the number of seconds or do a quick select from 1 second to 1 week. And then here, it gives you some nice breakdown of seconds. And you can break out the calculator and do whatever you want there. And then add-ons is where Scrapebox will integrate with the add-ons themselves. Now the first one that's added in here is to the malware and phishing filter. And so what's going to happen is it will actually load that particular add-on and then launch it. And so you can load URLs from the harvester grid, or you can load URLs from the poster blogs list. You can also, set all these settings pretty similar to the add-on itself. It just brings it all into here, and then of course you can save URLs back to the harvester grid, save URLs to the poster blogs list, and then the number of connections. In the future, I'm not sure if they're planning on adding all of them, but I know they're planning on adding functionality to incorporate more add-ons so that you can make Scrapebox interact with the add-ons and get data and transfer it all back and forth, and continue to automate even further. So once you create a job, what you do is you save that job to a job file. So I'm just going to start a new job here, pretty basic. We're just going to do a harvest keywords here, and I'm just going to put in Scrapebox, and then we'll do Google Suggest, just one depth there. I'm going to do harvest URLs from Google, and then I'm going to do a remove duplicates here and just remove duplicate URLs. And we'll just see what that does here. And then we're just going to save this off. And to do that, we go to Save Current Job. And then I'm just going to call it Test here. Now, you can also load jobs, obviously. So if you have a job saved from earlier and you want to load it and then edit it, you can do that. Start a new job is pretty basic. You can merge a job too. So if I wanted to merge back in this test job I just did, I can click merge and click test, and basically it duplicates it. So if you make a big long job file and then you want it to run over and over again, you could make a big long job file, do like a delay or something, and then merge it back in, and so it'll run, hit a delay, and then run again, and then you can keep doing that over and over. But I'm not going to save this part. I already have my test job saved. I'm just going to exit out of here. And so to run the Automator file, what we're going to do is go to Automator, run file, click on the test, and then we can see it running in the background here as it does it. It scrapes the keywords, jumps over to harvesting URLs, and then I'll just pause it here while it does that. And then it's there and it's removing duplicates, and we can see we can abort as well and that sort of thing. And once it's done, we have all of the duplicates removed, and that is how the Scrapebox Automator plugin works.